Okay, here's a look at my collection of the Legends scaled Ratchet. So here's a quick look at them. Here's the two by NewAge, their first version, their second version. Here we got Magic Square, which looks really nice. And this is Mech Planet Hot Soldiers, which I think is the first Legends Ratchet that was made. So let's start here, take a closer look at this. And you could see this is obviously not as good as the current versions, but for its time, this was a really nice figure, which is probably why I got it. But you can see, you know, you got this kibble on the arm, the back of the vehicle on the leg. Not really cartoon accurate, but again, for its time, this was really cool. And you did get some accessories, which were really nice. So you got the this platform where you could attach the accessories on there, kind of like the G1 toy, which is really nice. And they did give you a couple of extra accessories, another gun and a wrench. And something I always like is the bio card. So here's a look at the bio card, done in this nice credit card plastic in the back with the text back. And it's a bummer for me that I'm not going to be able to get the rest of the characters done in this credit card, bio card. But what deserves attention is their instructions, which is really nice because they did this in the original G1 style. So you can see, look at that. It looks just like the original G1, like with the black, the yellow stripe, the colored images. So yeah, I think this was a cool design to do the instructions, kind of like the original G1. But that's what you get with the Mech Planet Hot Soldiers. And then moving on over here, this is NewAge's first version of Ratchet, which I guess it was okay. It's kind of like a novelty figure because it's so small. But because it's so small, you know, it suffers the consequence of all these pins. And this wasn't really designed very well, like with the blue window on his foot, the red stripe. Not really cartoon accurate, but yeah, this was okay, I guess. Even though he got those different discrepancies with the cartoon aesthetics. But that's a look at their first version, which did come with all these accessories. So extra pair of hands and this red helmet, Ratchet head, the cement maker, which makes no sense, but these two, the gun and the medical welding thing, which are nicely painted. So that was really cool. So that was their first version. And their second version, they definitely made an improvement here, because this one looks more like the cartoon, but this one, you know, has some imperfections. First thing I don't like is that they didn't fully paint the crest on his helmet gray. You can see the side and the back's not painted. They just put the paint on the front. But you do get a nice transparent blue for the window, which they surprisingly were able to match the metallic blue paint, which should not be on his forearm. And also, you know, down here, something I didn't like, they didn't paint that red, so I kind of painted it so the whole hip looks like it's red. But aside from, you know, my little nitpicking criticism, this is a nice Ratchet, better than their first version. with the nice plastic materials, the paint finish, and it does look really nice. I keep getting that glare from the light, but this is a really nice looking figure. But what's really cool is you do get the accessories here. So here you get that platform where you could attach the accessories, just like the original G1 toy and the cartoon. So that's really nice. And you do get all these accessories that come with it, which are really nice. First of all, you get his gun and that welding device, which are nicely painted. And you get these clear plastic blast effects, which are nice. And these hands that you could see, they articulate, so that's really nice. So that's what I think makes getting the NewAge 2.0 worth it, is that you get all these accessories. And then Magic Square. So Magic Square, you know, they do a good job with all their figures overall. So this does look really nice in terms of cartoon aesthetic. Although for me, one issue I have is I don't like how the crest is black when it should be gray, like that. And the transformation to the vehicle, there are some issues with getting the windows to tab in so it looks flush. But yeah, aside from that, this is a really great figure in my opinion. And they did give you a ton of accessories, which first thing I want to point out is these are not painted like NewAge. So these, you know, I guess it's nice to have them, but it doesn't really look that great because they're not really painted. So I think they're just trying to make you think that you're getting a lot for the figure, but they're not painted. So you get two ratchets, which or two wrenches that make no sense to me, and they don't really fit in his hand very well, so they don't work too good. Then you get an extra faceplate, which I'm telling you, I think they need to stop doing that, because for legend scale figure, it's just too hard to swap out the head. Like with their Mirage and Hound, it's just it's too small. And then you do get his guns, which are nice. And I don't know why he has a jetpack. And then over here you get a lot of hands. So that's cool if you actually play with them, which I used when I was making my transforming video short. So that's cool. But for me, the thing that I like are the bio cards. So you do get this that you don't get with NewAge, and I'm really looking forward to getting all the characters in with these bio cards. So that's a bonus for me. So back to these two. Both of these figures, they look really nice. It's just there's their differences. So NewAge, you know, obviously they always have that nice paint finish. You know, the materials, like the transparent blue window, really makes it look nice. And Magic Square, yeah, you know, they don't paint it. It has that like dull look to it, which some people complain about, but you know, for me, yeah, I don't mind. It actually looks okay. And you know, in terms of the sculpt and everything, I think they did a really nice job on this figure. Both of them did a nice job. So it just comes down to those differences there. So now let's transform these guys and see what they look like in their vehicle mode. Okay, here's a look at both of them in their alt mode, and let's compare this with the animation model. So you can see that both of them did a really nice job in capturing the cartoon aesthetics. It's just little differences here and there between the two. One is in the cartoon they did have that cross sign on the vehicle, but it's missing here on NewAge. That's just one difference. And then the transparent blue plastic, which is, you know, nice material. Don't really need it though, but they did a nice job matching the color, which is amazing. And what else? I think from the side we can see the bigger difference. NewAge, their 2.0 version, is a little bit more boxy. It's squished in. And Magic Square, you can see, is a little bit elongated, so it makes it look a little bit too long. And I already pointed this out with the Ironhide, but look at the way they handled the wheels and the rim. Magic Square, they put some nice sculpted detail. And NewAge, on this version, they didn't detail the rim, they just put a straight up pin in there, which, you know, doesn't really matter, it's just pointing out the difference. And then let's take a look at the back view. Yeah, NewAge always has trouble getting these things to stay tabbed in. But yeah, here's a look at the back. And yeah, Magic Square does clean up a little bit nicer with that smiley face. And then this other side, the same thing. Oh, but I will point out, yeah, you can kind of see it. This is one of the issues with Magic Square on this figure is, you know, this is really hard to get this flush. Yeah, it's because of the tension, the type of plastic, plus also the type of tab that they use too, which, yeah, it's a mushroom tab, so it makes it a little bit harder getting it in there. But you do have to fuss with it. Once you do, once you get it flush, it does look nice. And here's a look at the rest of them, all of them together, so you can see. NewAge, their first version, actually looks, I think, a little bit better in the alt mode. It is more detailed, more realistic with the windshield wipers and the yellow tail lights and stuff. So yeah, this one looks a little nicer. And then the Mech Planet Hot Soldiers, yeah, all I'll say is this was an older figure. It was nice for its time. But the comparison really comes down to these two. Yeah, both of these, I guess they look okay, depending upon what your preference is. Do you prefer the more premium materials and paint finish, you know, extra plastic for the blue window, and the, yeah, but it is compromised with all this kibble being exposed and stuff, which so many parting lines. But Magic Square, they did a nicer job of cleaning this all up in both robot and vehicle mode. So you know, both of these are really nice figures. They're just the differences, like I pointed out. So it really then comes down to what your preference is. Which one is more important to you? Do you prefer the cartoon aesthetics, which both of them, for the most part, they do capture that? And then, you know, how important is it for you to have like the different type of plastic and the paint finish? So yeah, that's just the difference. So for me, I actually like both because I'm collecting both NewAge and Magic Square. But I will tell you, I do like the way Magic Square handles everything much better, more cartoon accurate and much cleaner design. But that's not that this is not bad. I mean, I forgot the accessories that you get This NewAge does a much better job with all those accessories, if you remember. And Magic Square, they give you a lot, but it's not really painted and stuff like that. So there's another difference. So like I said, it just depends. Both of these are not bad. Whichever one you get, I think you'll be happy. So that's my final thoughts on the comparison between the Legend Scale Ratchet.
This terminal will have to be totally R&R'd.
R&R'd?
Removed and rebuilt.